Hey friends, it is finally fall, my favorite time of the year. So I thought I would celebrate by making some cozy one pot dinners. Okay, we are starting out with some butter here, and we're going to add in one whole onion. And we're going to saute that until it's translucent. And then we're going to add in some garlic. We are making a Mexican street corn chowder. This was our favorite dinner out of the three that we made. And we're going to add in some pepper. We make this quite often because we really, really do love it. Okay, I'm going to add in 4 cups of chicken broth. This is also a pretty affordable meal and easy. We're going to add in 1 can of green chilies. Now we're going to add in 2 bags of frozen corn. And I will end up adding another half of a bag at the end. You can add as much as you like. I have about a pound of potatoes here that I've diced up in a small dice. You're going to see there's a whole potato there that I was going to put back in my pantry. Now we have our seasonings. We've got 1 teaspoon of the chili powder and a little over a half of cumin. We're going to get that mixed in really well and let it come to a boil. And we're going to add in 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. And we're adding in some tahini. That you just add in as much as you would like for your taste. We're going to add in about a teaspoon and a half of salt. A little bit of the cilantro stems I have chopped up really small. You don't have to add that. We really like cilantro, so it adds a little bit of crunch in there too. Okay, we're going to add in some queso fresco at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and get that crumbled up, and we've got our half and half that we're going to put over here in our blender, and you're going to add about half of your vegetable mix into your blender with the half and half and get that blended up. And then we're going to add it right back into our pot. Now, if you don't like your chowder that chunky, you can blend more if you would like. Added a little bit more tahini in here. And that's what it looks like when you plate it. That is the consistency that we like. I've already added back in that half of another bag of the corn. Now to finish this off, we're going to add a little bit of tahini over the plate. Our crumbled cheese will go on. And then a little bit of cilantro. And that's what it looks like when it's finished. It's a delicious meal. Okay, next we have our goulash. This is a southern tradition here. It's a really simple, really affordable meal. We're going to start off with some ground hamburger meat and some onion, some garlic salt, now I'm going to add in some beef bone broth that I canned. You can just use any bone broth or beef broth that you want. And it looks like that because it is very high in collagen, guys. It's going to melt, see there. We've got 1 can of stewed tomatoes. Now I've chopped these up a little bit to make them a little smaller. Already added the juice in here. 1 can of tomato paste. Of course, garlic. There's always garlic in my kitchen. Chili powder. We're going to put in here about 2 teaspoons, sorry. These are heaping teaspoons, and that still ended up adding 1 more. It's really up to you what your tastes are. And some chili powders are a little spicier than others. Okay, this is going to seem weird, but I'm adding 1 tablespoon of steak sauce, and that's going to give it some acidity. And then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of barbecue sauce. That's going to add a little bit more sweetness. This is really like a substitute for Worcestershire sauce. I'm going to add in almost a tablespoon of sweetener. I'm using stevia. It's not going to make it sweet, it's just going to help balance out the flavors. I'm adding about 1 large bell pepper in here. You can use red, green, orange, whatever you want. And now I'm adding 1/2 of a package of elbow noodles. And we're going to cook these to al dente. So you can just follow the instructions there. And you're going to notice this is going to thicken up quite a bit. I have one elbow macaroni that was left in there. The instructions. Now we're going to cover this up and let it cook for the amount of time that they need. And that's what it looks like. Now, goulash is pretty different throughout the world, but in the South, this is traditionally how it's made. And that's what it looks like. Okay, next we have our pumpkin curry soup with chicken and gnocchi. Now, I typically make this with only the gnocchi, but right now I'm trying to use up some of my canned chicken because I'm about to can a lot more chicken. So I'm trying to get rid of my older stock. Now we're going to add some butter once again and an onion and garlic. There's always garlic. I hope you guys can hear me better on this video. I'm using a new microphone, so hopefully it'll work well. And that's my canned chicken. I'm just going to throw that in there and chop it up a little bit. I have to say this would probably be better also if you had like chicken breast or tenderloins and just diced it. Um, Canned chicken always has like a shredded texture in a recipe. So, anyways, like I said, I'm trying to use things up. It was still delicious though. And here I'm showing the texture of home canned chicken. It's a little bit different than the store-bought stuff. It does definitely taste better. And this was chicken thighs that I canned. You can see it's in larger chunks than the canned chicken that you buy in the store. All right, now we're going to add in some Madras curry. And we're going to add some ground ginger. And a little bit of garam masala. And this is something you're going to have to season to taste as well. We like a lot of the curry seasoning in our curries. So I'm going to be adding some more during this cooking process. Now we're adding 2 cups of chicken broth. Have some seasonings flying around on camera. All right, we're going to add a can of pumpkin puree. I love the nutrition that pumpkin adds to your recipes, and it's good to sneak them in when you can. I don't know if you can hear my dog. He's over here flopping his head around and his ears are flopping, so sorry if you can hear that noise. All right, we have some heavy whipping cream, and I've added about 3/4 of a can here. I had the shakes in this video because I was just getting home from a long day outside and I had not eaten enough that day and my sugar was a little bit low. So sorry about that, guys. And once this is stirred in, we'll get our gnocchi in here. And a little bit of sweetener on this also. It accentuates the flavor of the curry. And there's the gnocchi. I used the prepackaged stuff this day. I usually make my own gnocchi, which I like better than this, but like I said, I had been gone all day and this was a easy, fast meal. And make sure all your gnocchi is broke apart and it's not stuck together, and let it boil. And when it's nice and soft, it's ready to serve. Like I said, we love this with just the gnocchi, and you can try it either way, but it still was delicious like this as well. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope you try these recipes. We add a little bit of heavy cream on top, and I have some smashed pistachios that I top this with as well. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I love you all, and I will see you all again soon. Like and subscribe, please, if you enjoyed this. You all take care, and happy fall.